Who knew that Wike and Makinde, Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, who used to be a member of the G5 or integrity group in the 2023 election, these people came together, these five governors at the time came together because they were not in support of Atiku, and they all decided not to go with Atiku, not to support his presidential bid. And, these individuals ended up supporting other candidates, some Peter Obi, some President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Who would have thought that these two people, after 2 years down the line, would not, be talking to each other or would be in disagreement based on some certain issues? Who would have thought? The way they were wearing uniform and everywhere, having meetings in London, in Nigeria, in different states. You would think that, no, these people are tied for life. You all, before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? What are you doing on YouTube if you're not subscribed to Newsroom Nigeria? Please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. Also leave your opinions in the comment section. Don't forget also to give this video a massive thumbs up as well. Without further delay, let's delve right into the details of today's news. There are strong indications that the November National Convention of the People's Democratic Party, scheduled for Ibadan, Oyo State, may be derailed following a threat by the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, to halt the event. Wike's opposition to the convention is believed to be the result of his rifts with his erstwhile ally, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, and other unresolved issues in the party. Ahead of the elective convention slated for November 16, the PDP was, however, issued a stern warning to the minister over his moves against the party's plans. PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba, in an interview with selected journalists in Abuja on Wednesday, cautioned that the decisive action under the party's constitution would be taken against him should he continue to undermine the collective interest of a party. PDP National Executive Committee members, including Deputy National Youth Leader Timothy Osadolo and former National Vice Chairman Southwest Eddie Olafeso, accused Wike of overstepping his bounds, vowing to resist his moves. They stressed that the party was undergoing a rebuilding process and would strengthen its structure through the Ibadan Convention, insisting that no individual could obstruct internal party activities, particularly with the Independent National Electoral Commission already involved. The PDP only just emerged from months of internal crisis that saw the defection of key figures, including its 2019 and 2023 presidential candidates, Atiku Abubakar, his running mate and former Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okoye, as well as Delta State Governor Sheriff Oboriwori, Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno, and other dignitaries within the party. Prominent leaders to the APC and the newly formed African Democratic Congress. In a bid to restructure and reposition itself, the party, during its 101st NEC meeting on July 24, resolved to convene a National Executive Convention in Ibadan, Oyo State, on November 15 and 16, where 19 new members will be elected into the National Working Committee. Dissatisfied with the South-South Caretaker Committee constituted by the PDP NWC and the retention of Ali Odefa as National Vice Chairman, Southeast, Wike vowed that his camp would resist the party's decision. Speaking during an interview on Channels Television's programs Politics Today on Tuesday night, the former Rivers State Governor cautioned that the party's crisis might appear resolved for now. Fresh crisis could erupt if the PDP refuses to acknowledge the Zonal Congress that elected Dan Orbih as National Vice Chairman South-South. He said, "Well, it is over for now. There are a few things remaining, and I have told them that they must do it. Our Congress was held in Calabar, and there is nothing anybody can tell us. If they want to have another round of crisis, so be it. In that Congress, Chief Dan Orbih emerged as the national vice chairman. They never wanted the Congress to hold, but Congress was held. The so-called acting national chairman of a party wrote a letter to INEC after Congress was held that the Congress has been postponed. There is no two ways about it. The national vice chairman of PDP South is Chief Dan Orbih. If they don't agree, that's another round of crisis, he threatened. Wike also argued that the party must deal with its Southeast Zonal chairman, Ali Odefe, who had been sacked from the party by an order of a court of competent jurisdiction. The Southeast Vice Chairman, Ali Odefe, is no longer a member of a party. These are the things I tell people. What I don't like is impunity, and for someone like me, we will not condone it. I will not allow it. We will fight it, except they correct it. Wike added that the national convention being put together by the party might end up in crisis if the anomalies in the PDP were not corrected. They said that they are going for their convention in November. I am not part of it until they have corrected it. Let us wait. There is still time for them to resolve it. Before you talk about the convention, resolve the matter. If the matter is not resolved, there will be a crisis. It is Smith's report suggesting that a parallel convention was being plotted, insisting that no formal decision had been taken by the party's NEC. I am not aware that any convention will be held in Ibadan. As a NEC member, nobody has informed me, and no such decision has been voted on by NEC. If a few people gather to make pronouncements, that cannot pass for NEC, Wike said. He pledged that his group would continue to fight against injustice within the PDP. The FCT minister stated, I am not aware of any convention. If notice of a meeting is not given to members of the NEC, we have a right to challenge it, and nobody can deny me that right. When questioned about whether he would take the matter to court, Wike responded, our group is meeting tomorrow, and obviously, I don't think we will allow injustice to prevail. I can assure you that we will not allow it. Nobody serves the interest of a PDP more than I do, none of them. Our correspondent in Abuja reported that former governors Samuel Otom Benue, Okezie-Ikpeazu Abia, PDP National Secretary Samuel Anyanwu, and other allies of Wike are spotted together on Tuesday. Although the Wike group meeting had not yet been held as of press time, sources close to the minister indicated that it would take place soon and their resolution would be announced publicly. A source in the minister's camp who spoke on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to comment on the issue told the Punch that Wike's group was prepared to fight till the end. He stated, we will meet later today, Wednesday. What I can assure you is that Wike and some of us will fight to the end. The injustice in the South and Southeast will not stand. If a party is not ready to correct this, we will do everything legally possible to address it. But if they want the convention to hold, they must act, otherwise they will be surprised. Reacting, Debo Ologunagba, who countered Wike, said all NEC members were duly informed and insisted that the National Elective Convention would hold as scheduled. He stated, our NEC and other meetings have been convened properly. We followed the due process. INEC has duly been informed, as expected, of the meetings of the NEC related to those issues. And in any event, I do not intend to join issues with anybody on this matter. The PDP constitution is there. We follow through the constitution. Our preparation is going on. The NEC, which is the second highest decision-making body of this party, has fixed the venue for the National Convention. NEC selected the venue, and the venue is Ibadan, Oyo State, on the 15th and 16th of November 2025. That National Convention would hold on the 15th and 16th of November 2025 in Ibadan, Oyo State. Like I referenced earlier, the train moving towards the National Convention has moved, and it's arriving at its destination because right now, All arrangements and all committees are working seamlessly towards a successful national convention at Ibadan. In any event, we have documents showing that every relevant person, including Minister Wike, was referenced, and evidence shows that he actually received a letter duly acknowledged and signed for from his office. If there are challenges within his office, we cannot be held accountable for that. In addition to that personalized letter, there was a publication in the national dailies, so there is adequate notice. Members have approved it, NEC approved it, secretaries approved it, all organs have approved it, and we are fine. We are coasting on to the National Convention in Ibadan. In response to a question on how the PDP would handle Wike and his group's decision to oppose the party's plan, Ologwagba said the party would take necessary steps. The PDP Publicity Secretary added, "Well, again, I do know that this party has done everything that is within the law, following the Constitution, and we will continue to follow the Constitution. If there are actions inconsistent with that Constitution, the necessary actions will kick in. We have said that before, and we mean every word we have said as a party. Look, a party is a voluntary thing. There is free entry and free exit. When you choose to leave, you can leave. But it will be irreconcilable for you or any member to stay within a party that has rules and not follow those rules. So for us, we are not joining issues with anybody. We are not going to be raising issues with anybody. We are focused on our process to have a seamless national convention, and we will do that because this is the hope of democracy in this country. We are focused, laser focused, on what to do in the interest of democracy, in the interest of our party. But we have said it again, and we will say it again. There will be zero tolerance for disloyalty in our great party. PDP is a party of process, a party of rule and law. There are established ways of taking action and seeking redress that are consistent with the Constitution. We will insist on that constitutional provision and do what is necessary and appropriate. Also, the party deputy national youth leader, Osadolo, warned Wike's group, reminding them that the Supreme Court has repeatedly ruled that internal party matters are non-justifiable. He stated, first of all, we are all aware that the convention has not been held. We are also aware that NEC held and INEC participated in the last NEC, where resolutions on the convention that is going to hold in Ibadan on November 15 and 16 were taken, and they were duly notified. Again, this issue of going to court, like they are threatening, I wonder what has informed all of that. But again, I am aware, everybody is aware. The Supreme Court made a pronouncement that internal dealings and affairs of political parties are not justifiable. It was a landmark pronouncement during the case of Ayaun versus the Southeast leaders and the Labour Party case versus Abure, and all of these two judgments came in the earlier part and the middle part of this year. I wonder which courts will now entertain the briefs on issues that border on the internal affairs of political parties, having heard from the Apex Court. Again, I think the FCT minister is overreaching himself by wanting to put himself first and above a collective interest of a political party he claims to belong to. And therefore, I will urge him to take a second thought and not put himself on the wrong side of history, because the PDP is rebuilding currently, and efforts so far have shown that Nigerians are appreciating the rebuilding that is currently going on within the party. Osadolo called on all party members to support the PDP's rebuilding efforts, stressing that no single individual can prevent the party from carrying out its plans. The NEC member stated, therefore, any party member should not be seen to be derailing the progress that the party has made post the defections of some adventurous governors and senators. So I want to also use this medium to tell you Nigerians, the PDP will remain committed to its programs, and it remains undeterred in having a national convention that will usher in the next set of national committee members to pilot the affairs of a party. No matter who is going to court or who is not going to court, the programs of a party are set and nothing will go against it. Another NEC member, Olafeso, on his part, vowed that Wike's attempt to undermine the PDP would be resisted. He stated in the final analysis, "It is obvious that Wike's plans to destroy our party and nobody will allow that for him. It's heading for the final battle and we are ready for him. As far as we are concerned, we followed all the due processes to come this far. And he and other person on this planet cannot stop us. Something the arrogance of power will make them look at as if everything is possible. The lawlessness that is exhibiting is quite unfortunate because the truth is that we are guided by our constitution. And that just stipulates how to move forward. We have to manage ourselves. We have followed the constitution all through. We are waiting for them to go to court. We will meet them there." Also, a former deputy national chairman, Chief Bode George, has described the threat of Wike to stop the party's convention slated for Ibadan in November as a mere noise. Speaking with the Punch exclusively, the PDP chieftain said the decision of the NEC of a party is superior to the personal cravings of any individual, no matter how powerful. He said no individual owns this party. NEC decided that there will be a national convention and it will be held in Ibadan. Any individual can make his noise. PDP is not like the All Progressive Congress, which is owned by one person. It is a decision of the NEC authority that is making us a national convention. I will advise my political son, Wike, to just follow the rules. Otherwise, if it goes beyond that, the party has its own laws. Wike cannot dictate to people like me and many other oldies who are still fully in PDP. I don't know why he said that threat to scuttle the Ibadan convention. I am not happy about what he said. The party will take appropriate action. We have a NEC meeting coming up on Monday. I will support the procedures and the rules as stated in our constitution. No individual can change the rules, no matter what. Ibadan is the venue of our convention, and Ibadan we will go. Attempt to reach the PDP National Secretary Ayamu, a member of Wike's camp, for reaction were unsuccessful as his phone was switched off at the time of filing this report. Meanwhile, Oyo State PDP chairman Dan Orbih stated that the party's leaders would resolve the issues bedeviling the party ahead of a November convention. He stated this during an interview with The Punch in Ibadan, the state's capital, on Wednesday. Ogungbeinro said, "Well, I think I read it, that is the weakest threat, in the newspaper today, Wednesday. I just laughed. It's a sheer political statement, nothing less, nothing more, because he's somebody I respect so much, whom my governor Wike-Makinde worked and stood for, and by extension, the PDP in the state. He, Wike, should know that we supported him wholeheartedly, but that's politics for you, so let's wait and see. Everything is politics and our leaders will resolve it, no matter what happens," he stated. Let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section, guys. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.